T-shirt and my panties on. T-shirt and my panties on. T-shirt and my panties on, just how you like it. T-shirt and my panties, got my t-shirt and my panties on. That was such a beautiful selection you sang for us, Petite Nina.
That was not me.
That was all you.
It was definitely not me. But thank you.
Okay, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Vincent-Tennell Show with Petite Nina, a.k.a. Pushin' P.
Where did that come from? Wait a minute. How's we giving nicknames on nicknames?
Tonight's episode is inspired by the show Euphoria. I've been watching Euphoria. I'm all caught up.
I'm not.
I text you and I said I wanted to be a crackhead.
You definitely did text me because you want to be a crackhead.
Listen, them kids on that show are living their best life.
You don't have to be a crackhead to live your best life.
I'm not saying they're living it right, but they are definitely living right.
What? That made absolutely no sense. Wait a minute. That made no sense. They made no sense.
Look, it may not be morally correct to be a crackhead, but I feel like they are so free and they're doing whatever they want to do.
YOLO.
So I think we should all take a page out of crackheads' agenda.
So you're inspiring crackheads?
Half the city is a crackhead, so
Why not embrace it?
We might as well look at the pros and the cons of it.
Touche. Right. They all gonna be crackheads anyway.
But this is actually a very tough show tonight. It's not a tough show for me.
It's not tough.
Maybe for some listeners.
Maybe opinionated.
Very. Because why I said tonight's show is inspired by the show Euphoria is because they are doing some things. These are high schoolers.
Yes.
They're doing some things on there which are very adult.
Very much so.
And before we get into that, I'm out of Facebook jail.
Finally, you'll be back in a couple of days. I want to give you your props, but you'll be back in a couple of days.
But you know what? Somebody came through and reported all of the pictures in my story.
I remember, which was so crazy. But they were still on your timeline, though.
Yes,
they're still on your. What was it? On your Instagram. Yeah, still on your Instagram, but just your story. So they really took the time to go through your story.
They really took the time
to report everything.
And at first I thought it was that girl who got mad at me because she made a post about people not paying their rent. And then
you came with all them receipts.
It just so happened to fall into my hand that she had an eviction. I know people. Okay. I didn't go looking for that.
You definitely found it, though.
Listen.
You definitely found it, though.
They found it. It was posted all over Sangamon County.
She was definitely trying to throw shade, talking about people not paying her rent. Okay. Their rent. And then here you go, like, aren't you one of those people that don't pay their rent?
She didn't see that coming.
Yeah, at all.
Shout out to Intricate Flow. Anyway.
And Public Records. And Public Records.
I thought it may have been her, but at the same time, I had like a memory lane of all of my fantabulous photos I took in 2021. And
from start to finish.
I had so many pictures. So I picked an artist who had great songs, a long catalog to fit my long catalog of photos.
Right.
And that happened to be R.Kelly. So I was like, you know, people have big beef with R.Kelly.
They do.
Like they know this man.
Right. Like it's something personal.
Right.
Like it's something personal.
And I'm not here to say who's wrong or who's right in his specific case, but I really feel like some of them kids, quote unquote, went down there to that man's house and they had made up their mind what they wanted to do.
Some of them were not kids.
You talking about the documentary?
I'm just saying, some of them weren't kids. They just went to the dungeon. They was just out here. But I get it.
Yes, that was actually supposed to lead us into Euphoria, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, we're there now.
That's what's important. Well, because I spent all night watching Euphoria. Like, the last 2 nights I've been caught up.
Is it really that good? I watched a couple episodes, and then, when she went to rehab and then she got out.
It is that good.
And then I think I stopped watching it after she got out of rehab and started messing back with the drug dealer.
It is definitely that good. And I can say it's the first time where I actually think Zendaya can act.
Really?
Because I wasn't onto her Disney shit.
I'm a Zendaya fan.
And I did like the movie Malcolm and Marie. The one she did with
The one that we were going
Denzel
to
Washington.
reenact with the photo shoot.
We were, but it never happened.
It definitely
And
did.
it's probably not going to happen.
Not now, because now you see her as a crackhead, but it's fine.
That's not all I see. Her character is very complicated.
Very much. I think, didn't she try to like commit suicide at some point too?
Yes.
I thought so. Like I said, I watched a couple
probably
episodes.
Everybody on that show is trying to do that.
Oh
my god.
Yeah, see, I didn't get all the way into it. I started watching it and it seemed okay, but then I kind of like fell out of it.
So that show coupled with the whole my stories getting reported with R.Kelly, it kind of made me be like, okay. A lot of times we like to see children as innocent and they can do no wrong and they're your baby, they're your angel, and they ain't never gonna be out here fucking.
Right. People are in denial.
Very much so.
And I don't even think it's just so much in denial like we spoke about. I think it's more so the image. Parents want to uphold the image of their child. Just, there's no way my kid can be out here doing this and doing
I don't
that.
know why they're trying to uphold an image that they never had themselves.
Period.
Because I think a lot of this comes from these parents forget how they acted when they were
there. Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
I'm not that old. I remember. You guys were hoes. You guys were fast. And you guys were fucking with older niggas and you were coming back to school bragging about it and you had your little Michael Kors bag or whatever he gave you.
Exactly.
You get what I'm
exactly.
saying?
And then as soon as you get caught from your parents, now you hollering, oh.
Now you're hollering rape.
Exactly.
And I feel like a lot of times, especially with these young women, they've made up their mind what they're going to do.
Before they even do it.
Like I discussed with you on the phone, I said, what is the difference for a young lady who has made up her mind she is going to fuck? What is the difference between her fucking somebody her own age and fucking somebody older than her if she's already made up in her mind that's what she want to do?
Because it goes back to the parents trying to set this image of there's no way my daughter is out here fucking this older person or this older man, not my child, even though they know in the back of their mind, my daughter's definitely out here fucking this older man, older child. But, you know, it's easier to place the blame on somebody. If it's a younger girl and an older man, it's easy to place the blame on someone else, that older man. But if they're the same age, it's like, who you really gonna place the blame on?
Right. Because
you know what I mean?
An older man can lie to you.
Exactly.
An older man can manipulate you. An older man can give you gifts and beat you.
Right.
If you want to go that route.
Right.
But so can...
that same person that's the same age as you.
Yeah.
And they may even do it more so. You know what I mean?
And that's what I said in the show Euphoria. I'm like, they're doing things with older people and they're doing things with folks their age.
Right.
And it's the same consequence, the same result.
So it's like,
either
where's
way.
the line drawn? There's no line.
Right. There's this thing about girls don't want to fuck.
Right. It's like...
It's always somebody made me feel uncomfortable, so I went ahead and did it. It's why isn't the narrative I wanted to empower myself, I wanted to know what that feels like, and I was ready.
Because then that comes with taking the blame, and no one wants to take they don't want to take ownership of the situation.
And like I told you, these parents get online talking about my child is straight A, she's so smart, she's so wise, she's going places, da 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 da. Your child is all of that, but your child couldn't make a decision about who she wanted to fuck or not.
Right.
Your child couldn't say, hey, he's too damn old for me.
Right. Right. Period.
Is your child smart? Is she dumb? You can't be both.
Right. Your
The
child
Bible
didn't
says you
bother to
can't
be
be
smart enough to
lukewarm.
ask. Like, she wasn't smart enough to ask for an ID card.
Exactly.
Like, let me see some identification.
Your daughter is dumb as a rock, as you were. Same genes.
Apple don't far too far from the tree. Facts.
Same genes.
But, even going back with that, I think people also get misconstrued that just like females can be victims or non-victims, so can males, though. So can males. Males can, and that's the thing, though. Like, it's like...
Victim, quote, unquote.
Exactly. But I think the problem is also, like, people don't see it as that. Like, if it's a female and an older guy, automatically the older guy is taking advantage of this female.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a younger guy and an older female, oh, this younger guy got, he's a player. Oh, he got him a sugar mama. He got him, you know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
glorified.
Exactly. So it's just like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's all over the place. It's just like...
I think they're full of bullshit. I think a lot of
Either way
this
it
is
goes.
very performative.
Absolutely.
I think until somebody becomes pregnant, nobody really gives a fuck.
I mean, even when someone becomes pregnant, because we know the situation.
Yes.
Yes. Young boy, 13,
Mm-hmm.
girl, 14, about to be 15.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the victim?
There is no victim.
The 13-year-old boy or the 15-year-old girl.
And that's what I'm getting to.
Who's pregnant.
With most of these cases that hit the news or it's like a gray area, most of the time there is no victim.
Right. But that goes back to what you said. Like, if they're around the same age, then it's okay then? Because in that case, with the 13-year-old boy, 15-year-old girl, oh, they're just kids. Now they're just kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if that 13-year-old boy was 32, then it's, oh, you're taking advantage of it. No, your daughter was a slut with this 15-year-old, 13-year-old, 32-year-old. It is what it is.
Yes, because I remember my cousin told me when she was 18, I mean, she's still of age, but she was messing around with somebody like 32.
Right.
And she was like, I didn't learn how to fuck really until I was with the older guy.
Makes sense.
Because the experience.
Makes sense.
She was like, I was just going through the motions with everybody else. I didn't even really know how to fuck.
Until I got with someone who knew what they were doing.
And a lot of these people these kids throw themselves at these older people. I've seen it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because they want the experience.
And they want that attention from the older person and it could stem for many reasons. They just want the attention just because. They want the attention because they crave the attention of someone older. Mm-hmm. They want the attention because they lacking something at home with a father figure. I mean, it can be anything. Or they just literally out here just want to fuck. Yeah. Like, that's a thing. That is a thing.
I feel like also what is not talked about a lot is just because you're a certain age doesn't mean that's where you are mentally.
Right.
I mean, shout out to No Kid Left Behind. Is that what? No Child Left Behind?
Right.
But the brain gets left behind.
100%.
Just because you're moving from grade to grade doesn't mean your mind is moving with you.
And it doesn't.
A lot of
people get misconstrued on that.
Because I'm not trying to take sides with the older person.
Right.
I'm not doing that. I don't advise you to do that if you're older. Right. But what I'm saying is a lot of you guys have slow kids.
Did you just call these people kids slow?
No, I'm talking about people have slow kids and then they grow up to be adults.
Gotcha.
But they're stuck at a mind frame.
Mentality from back then.
Yes, because they never really got them the proper help.
Because people are in denial. It's an image.
Everybody know your child is what image are you upholding?
But that's the thing, though.
A delusion?
It is. It really is, because there's so many kids that suffer from mental health issues that never got the, like you just said, that never got the help. It's not because of them. It's because their parents is like, oh, they're fine. Oh, they're just being a child. Or I'm not about to be sitting up at no doctor's office, at no psychiatrist's office.
They gotta go to work.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it can be the parents just is like in denial. Sometimes it can be like you said, parents just don't have time for it.
And they also don't expect their kids to grow up.
Yes.
Because you see your child as, oh, my child is...
And then they grow up before, you know what I'm saying? And then it's too late. They're already grown, and it's like...
And now they're in a real world with real laws.
Yes.
Real consequences.
Exactly.
But they really are looking at the 16-year-old as their equal.
Right.
So, am I wrong for saying what I've said?
No, I don't think so. Like I said, it's all opinionated, though. At the end of the day, it's all what you... You know what I'm saying? It's all opinionated. People are gonna be okay with it. People are not gonna be okay. People are gonna be like, "Oh no, there's no way. If you're grown and you mess with a little kid, automatically you're a pedophile."
I'm speaking the opinion that people always say at the kitchen table talk. Because there's a lot of people who feel like I feel these girls, they want it.
They do.
Ain't nobody put you in a van.
I mean, sometimes that does happen.
Okay, rape is like. The statistic of rape is like 1%. So how do we take 1% and make that everybody's narrative?
Exactly.
The odds of somebody coming to get you in a white van are very, very slim to none. Not to say it has not happened.
But then that goes back to, because it's a thin line. It's the girl who has her titties out and her ass out and this, and purposely goes to a room or someplace with a bunch of dudes, knowing that you're the only female, and it's a whole bunch of dudes, and then all of a sudden, what do you think that y'all going to do? Hang out, play the video game?
It's like Bill Cosby. Listen.
Wait, wasn't he roofing people's stuff though?
Listen.
So I don't know if it's so much like Bill.
Listen, the thing about the 70s is it was a different time.
It was.
What some people found socially acceptable is not socially acceptable now.
Right.
I mean, people were sniffing crack on the table,
right,
like it was sugar,
right,
and it was not looked upon like
it was like, oh my goodness.
It was like, this is what it is, Studio 54. Let's get it.
But I believe that because I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, I'm out at this club, and these two girls, I don't know if they thought it was cute or what. They gave me and my homeboy their drinks, like, hold our drinks. We're about to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Why would you do that? Like, what are you getting at? Are you trying to say roofie my shit and I'll be back? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or what are
maybe
you?
they had roofied their own drinks and hoping they would drink it.
Exactly. You never know.
You never
know what I
know.
mean? But it's just like, now if something would have happened and the girls would have got roofied or just anything, it would have been like, it automatically would have been the guy's fault.
Right.
Not that you just gave two strangers your drinks and said, watch them.
You just lost all common sense.
Right. Like, you know what I mean? It's automatically, it's just easier to place the blame.
Cosby's, some of them stories was like, it's 2 a.m. in the morning, and I just went to his hotel room for conversation. Bitch,
really?
Ain't nothing open after 12 but legs and liquor stores.
Period.
You know what the fuck it was.
Hospitals are open.
So after they fuck, they can get an STD test. That's why they're open.
There's levels to this shit. Seriously,
I said, I'm not here to say if Bill Cosby was actually guilty or not. That's not my place. What I'm saying,
but when you put yourself in a situation,
were a bit of a reach.
A little far-fetched. Same with R. Kelly stories, though.
Yes.
A little far-fetched.
Very much so far-fetched.
But that goes back to when you was talking about Ari, our last show, you know, like even with R. Kelly's wife, she was saying how he used to do this and do that, but you kept going back.
Yeah.
Like, you kept going back. So, like, and now, all of a sudden, now that it's out, and you didn't stop because, you know what I'm saying, you wanted to. You stopped because it came out.
Right.
And now you're like, I was a victim. Wait a minute. Hold on. You were still going over there, collecting these checks, doing all this other stuff, and it was fine. It was just your baby daddy. Now that the stories are coming out, you may get a bigger check. Now it's, I was a victim.
And
girl,
let's not forget, she has kept her name so she can benefit off of.
But you so over him, and you don't want nothing to do with him. But yes.
And I remember after that documentary of R. Kelly, she thought it was the proper thing to go online and dance to his music.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes. Like, girl, make it make sense.
And I'm gonna be the villain, not like I'm not used to it. But a lot of them girls that were messing with R. Kelly were not cute chicks.
Right.
They were not.
So it's just like, you guys were just, come on.
Wanted, like
they
you
wanted
said,
that
they
attention.
Wanted that attention.
They
because
did.
Guys their age probably was not giving it to them.
Right.
But let's call a spade a spade.
Right, exactly. So they're like, well, we got this opportunity, and he like, come on into the dungeon. It is what it is.
And so we have R. Kelly, when we talk about where are you mentally.
Yes.
R. Kelly was molested, they say. R. Kelly had issues.
So it's just like, how do you expect? It's like the blind leading the blind.
Yes.
How do you expect him to know what this if he's not mentally all the way there?
His mind is not where his age was.
Because people get it. You know, people get confused. Just because you get money, like, this is what I always said. Mm-hmm. If you were slow, handicapped, you know, a dirty, nasty person, and then you become rich, that doesn't take away the fact that you're still a slow,
yes,
you know, mentally ill, dirty, nasty person. You're going to be rich, but you got a maid now to clean it up.
Exactly.
But you know what I mean? That doesn't mean you're not a dirty person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Even
like,
with the image, you can clean up the image well,
but
only for so long.
Exactly.
You can only sweep that, under the
exactly.
carpet for so long
and
before
that's why
it's going to...
Exactly. And that's why you see these celebrities that are, like, rich and got all this money, and people are like, why did they just go kill themselves? They had everything, but they weren't mentally there.
No.
And they were never mentally there. It just was blinded by all the spotlights and the money and the fame.
And
but
with
it's still
creatives there. Especially.
Yes.
Because I'm a creative.
Yeah.
If you're not careful, you will try to hide behind the creativity.
Yes.
Like, I'm a great singer, so I'm just going to put all of my eggs into singing. None of your eggs went into just being a better person and healing your inner child. And you're hiding in your craft.
Yes, and you still have these issues, these underlying issues, and you're not addressing these issues because now you're rich, and now you don't need to, so now you're moving fast, and that's on the back burner.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you're still with these issues that have not been addressed, and they'll eventually it's gonna eventually come out.
It always does.
It does.
Like last podcast, we the scandal always will come out.
Yes.
Like
it always comes out.
So while we're on this topic, are you aware of Kevin Samuels?
No.
It's crazy.
Didn't
You're
get
probably
that text
the
message.
only person on earth who doesn't know who Kevin Samuels is right now.
Inform me of this.
Well, real quick, he's like a dating guru.
Okay.
For the high value men. Have you heard that term?
Like a dating millionaire type ordeal?
Well, not millionaire. 6 figures. To me, that's not even high value.
That's not.
Because that ain't going to get you in this economy.
What's his name?
Kevin Samuels.
Okay.
But he said women should not be going on dates after 5 p.m. unless they plan on having sex with the
Okay.
guy. How do you feel about that as a woman?
Well, I can't really say, and this is why. What if I don't get off work till 5 o'clock and I can't go out until after 5? Does that make me a slut that I'm trying to go fuck something? No. I just can't get off work till 5 o'clock, so we not going out till after 5.
I thought everybody was working remote these days.
Unless you're vaccinated. And shit, you still can't work remote for real.
You need to be dating on the weekend.
Right,
You have
that's
the day
it,
off.
that's all. Right. So I mean, I can't agree with that. Like I get his overall thing, like what he's trying to say.
Maybe if he
though.
would have said like 10.
Yeah.
Because like 10 p.m. is most people's bedtime.
Now 10 is a little late. I can get that. Now if
Yes.
you're going out on a date at 10 o'clock, then you know what the fuck you getting yourself into.
Or if you went out at 7 and you still ain't home by 10, why are you dragging this on?
Right. What is we doing? Because from 7 to 10, y'all should have figured out everything
Right.
y'all need to go.
Should have
Is
figured
we
out
doing
if
a
this
date
is a match.
tomorrow or if we going to the bedroom? Because
Right.
after 10 o'clock, we know what it is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yes, I think 10 o'clock is a better time. 5, no, I don't agree with that.
Right.
5 is still kind of early to me. You know what I'm saying? 7 o'clock, dinner,
5 is
reservation.
5 o'clock traffic. Where are you going to go? You
Exactly.
Get there on time.
Exactly. But then if you going out before 5, then you probably are not working and you probably still trying to be on some fucking. Because you ain't got no job. You need somebody to help pay these bills who is working.
Listen, you need to be fucking, okay? Fucking get them bills paid.
Just saying. And that can happen before 5, after
Okay,
5. Like.
anytime. I'm going to show you this picture because, oh my gosh, I told you I was staying away from them dating apps.
Yes.
Okay, I made the mistake of going back on one last night,
Okay, what is it?
and the guy had a picture
Ooh.
of a person on his chest.
Oh, gosh. It wasn't you, was it? You know, we be randomly just seeing your merch everywhere, all over the place.
If y'all want a Vincent-Tennell
Just saying we
t-shirt,
seen the merch.
$35.
Putting that out there.
If you want some over 3X, maybe more. 'Cause more fabric, more... I'm not trying to be funny. The more fabric, the more money. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I did not
They're going
do
to call me
nothing.
a fat phobic.
No.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's
you know,
not.
fun fact.
Fun fact.
The reason why models back in the day were actually skinny is because they cost less. A model is basically a walking hanger. That's all you're
Yes.
supposed to be. So the more fabric it takes to
The
cover
more
your body,
expensive.
yeah, it
The
was
more
more on.
expensive.
It wasn't about really locking people out or discriminatory as people thought. It was a
Because it's a
financial aspect to it.
which makes sense because they're showing you like, you know, advertisements of what they can make.
Yes.
So they don't want to make full blown outfits
This
for
is a
people.
sample.
Exactly,
This is
a
what you can
sample.
get.
Small portion.
At any store, if it's over 3X, you're going to be paying more.
That is true.
Big and
The
tall,
big and tall.
you're
I
going
was
to
gonna
be
say
cutting
big and
out
tall.
of them pockets.
But now
okay?
these mannequins, I don't know. They be thick. These mannequins out here be thick. I'm like, what the hell?
But that's why let's be real, that's why these new startup fashion companies really don't make it. Because they're trying to cater to every demographic.
Exactly.
And you don't even have the money like that.
Period.
You get
Because
what I'm
more
saying?
fabric,
Yes.
more money.
And I get what they're trying to do, but that's why they only last about 2 or 3 years.
Guess I'll have to open up my store, the Petite Nina. It's only gonna be for petite girls.
Don't say that.
And then I'll do another one for the Vincent-Tennells will be the other.
What, the big girls? The icons is the big girls of the group? Is that what you're trying to say?
They're making a statement.
We can make a statement through any size.
You except for the 3X because now your materials is costing more.
I mean, I know that through selling T-shirts. I'm not just talking out the side of my neck.
You don't even know who you sell your T-shirts to.
It doesn't matter.
You don't even know who your audience is.
Listen,
I'll
we're
see your
like
stuff
gumbo.
at-
We're a
right.
little bit of everything.
Right.
Shrimp, chicken, sausage,
All that.
celery, all of it.
Celery, all that.
We don't have to have a specific audience. That's what makes us who we are. We're like
I love
Rihanna
that.
Savage.
And I like that.
But the thing is, we can keep up with what we
Period.
can keep up with the demand.
That's what I was saying. Someone was like, I like it, but it's just like you guys talk about so many different things. I'm like, you haven't walked a day in our lives. Like
Exactly.
one day is so many different things. We're like, you know what I mean? Like we can start from this on like when we wake up, but by the end of the day, we done went through so many
They
different
don't
things.
understand.
Like it's really real.
They
like
don't understand. We are like Euphoria. We are living life.
why do we have to go
honey.
back to crackheads? I don't want to be a crackhead this year.
All of them weren't crackheads. Some of them were just hoes, plain old hoes.
So we crackheads
Probably
and
where I
hoes
fit.
over here. You said probably where you fit. Oh my goodness.
You know, I always said when I'm like 75 or 80, I want to just go ham on drugs. I want to do the ecstasy, the crack, the meth, all of it. Because I want to know what had people so hype during all this time.
You're not gonna make it past one of the drugs. You gonna
At
die.
that point, you're already on your way out.
Exactly. You might not even make it to the second or third drug.
But I know what it felt like.
So what you're saying is we gonna be done with this friendship after 69. 69 is your last year with us.
Not what I said 75,
Oh, God.
maybe 80.
Oh my goodness. It depends on where you get the drugs
Depends
from
on how
too.
many gigs are coming in.
That part.
I still haven't even found this picture
Where's the
for
picture?
you. Because this guy,
Who is on his chest?
I asked him, okay, he said, what's up?
Okay.
He came to me. They always come to me.
Of course.
And I was like, is that Bruno Mars on your chest?
Was it?
He said, no, it's my grandma.
Show over. We're gonna call it a wrap today.
This is why I don't be on dating apps.
Did you just tell this man that his grandma looked like Bruno Mars, bro?
Why is your grandma on your chest anyway? I don't like when people have dead people on them.
No, why is his grandma looking like Bruno Mars? Is the
Because she
question.
had the big glasses. You know, Bruno wears like the 70s glasses and the afro. So she had a... And don't do that. This is someone's real grandma.
So why are you making fun of
She
this?
probably raised him. I felt so bad. I felt so bad.
So many.
I said my apologies and
So
I
what
tried
did
to
he
move
say?
on from the conversation.
What did he say?
I said, oh, my bad. So where are you from again? Like trying to move the conversation.
Did he let it go? Did he let it move?
He did, but I feel like if we were to meet in person, it would come up again.
Well, yeah, because you be having to look at Bruno Mars on his chest. It's really his grandma.
But you know, Bruno Mars gives grandma vibe. He gives that 70s, 80s look.
I get it, but like, really.
And this is just a word to the wise or the unwise, because y'all the one that need the advice.
Just saying.
Listen, this podcast is definitely not
Listen,
your grandma
Linda.
advice, because she needs this advice her damn self.
Ooh, listen.
Do not get dead people on your body,
That's it. And that's all.
or I'm not giving you head. I don't want to look at your grandpa on your thigh and then gotta look at your chest and see your auntie. Like,
Or Bruno Mars.
There should not be a memorial of people
Bruno
while I'm
Mars.
trying to get a nut.
Buddy, I'm not even
Do
going to go
you
there.
agree with me?
I was going to
Do
say
you agree?
something.
Zach, do you agree?
Yeah.
The white man agrees in the room.
I was going to say something, but I'm
Please
not.
say it.
I'm not.
Please.
No, I get it. I get it because,
You must got somebody on your
No,
chest.
it's not that. It's just I get it because like in our bedroom, me and my fiance, like in the bedroom, he has like a picture of like, oh gosh, it's so bad. He has a picture of like a deceased relative, and I'm like, it makes me so uncomfortable. And I'm like, it's like she's watching us, and it's so uncomfortable.
You gotta-
So I get it when you're like, you don't want it on the body because you can't just turn the picture around on the body, like.
Right.
But in the house, it's like let's turn that. That's just awkward. So I get it, and you know what? To each his own. To whoever wants to do that, but I get it. Like, are we turning all the lights off or something? Because it's just awkward. It's just awkward. Like,
I don't know why people do that to begin
What
with.
about a name?
No. Nobody's name. I don't even want your kids on you. Even if your kids are alive, because that's what people do too.
Put the names.
Yeah, I don't want to. That kills the erection.
Could you think about the kid?
Like, you shouldn't be thinking about kids.
When you're
That's
doing
totally
that.
inappropriate.
Exactly. Unless you're. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go
Stop
back to this.
putting people on your bodies.
I can't. Even
It will
speak
never
on
be
that.
right.
I can't even speak on that. I got a couple names on me. I can't speak on it.
You need to put a flower over it or something.
Not a flower.
I don't want to see faces. I don't want to see names. I don't want to see like
Faces, maybe.
I don't want to see dates like alive from this year to the
Like
day
a
they
whole
deceased.
tombstone on your body.
Right.
It's just-
That's not cute. I was trying to really show you.
No,
Did I
you're
delete
not.
it?
Why was it that bad?
It was because whoever did that tattoo, I want to know, did Bruno Mars come out before or after your grandma died?
How?
Because if Bruno Mars came out after your grandma died, that tattoo should not be looking like that. You get what I'm saying?
But maybe I'm not even gonna speak on this.
Got your chest
Maybe
looking like
his
Etch a
grandmother
Sketch.
looked like.
No.
Maybe his grandma looked like Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars is Hawaiian. Clearly, this was an African American lady. Don't do that.
She
Don't
could have been
do
Hawaiian. Everybody.
But you know what? I had asked Zach because Zach is Caucasian. Or
Oh.
what do you identify as, Zach?
Yeah,
Caucasian, pilgrim, napkin, all of the above.
I don't think he said napkin.
But you know, they started the whole.
I don't think he said napkin. I think you added that one.
He
But
said,
go-
I've never heard these before.
It's fine. You will.
it's better than being called mayonnaise.
What?
I'm just saying,
Do not call that man mayo.
y'all culture, I feel like started the whole tattoo, like the biker people. Like, black people just really started getting tattoos probably within the last 20 years. Y'all been getting them for probably the last 70, 80 years. So I was asking him because
Yeah.
even if he feels it's weird, and they've been doing shit like that way before us,
But what if he like lifts up his shirt and has like a picture of his auntie on his chest or something?
he gonna get talked about very badly.
He gonna be like, yeah, it's fine. I'm good with that.
get
I
talked about
agree.
right in your face.
I agree. Yeah. I don't believe in that shit. Like, I see your auntie on your chest, Zach.
I just don't do anybody. No kids, no aunties, no grandmas, no mamas. Listen.
I think it's weird with. So my thing is like when black people get tattoos. I have tattoos, but when they get tattoos,
You saying they
sometimes
too dark to get tattoos?
I think sometimes some people are too dark to get tattoos, and I know that sounds horrible because especially when they get them shaded because. As time goes on, it starts running together, and it just does not look good.
Do you think black people look good with colored tattoos?
It depends. Like,
Okay, but that's like.
but that's the
Girl,
reason why I didn't get it so colored because it's
not
just like
that big either.
that's what I mean. That's why I didn't get it big and
I don't
colored.
even think I've ever seen that. I've known you for years. I've never even seen that tattoo.
Because I am very good at. I'm just. You seen this one?
I'm talking about they get these.
Wait,
big,
but do you have any tattoos?
I don't.
See, that's the thing. You're
I'm
so
not-
biased when it comes to tattoos.
I'm not.
though.
I said when I'm 40, I'm gonna get me a sleeve.
So when you're 40, you're getting a sleeve. When you're 80, you're taking all the drugs.
Yeah, you gotta have something to look forward to.
These are your goals.
This is why everybody's dying at a young age.
And about
because-
55, you're gonna be a crackhead.
Listen,
Wow.
I'd rather be a 55-year-old crackhead than a 25-year-old one.
Period.
Okay?
Period.
You gotta space your vices out.
This is true.
That's the problem.
This
Y'all been fucking, sucking, drinking, all these things
Super
before
early?
18.
too early.
And then when you like 25, 28, you're like, life is so boring. I've already done all that. Did nobody tell you ass be out here doing all that?
you gotta get it out the way.
Because going back to
Get it out the way so you
like
can move
we
on.
talked about the R.Kelly girls
Yes.
or boys, because that was in the report too, honey.
Was there boys too?
Allegedly.
They were.
Listen.
You gotta say allegedly.
Y'all not gonna sue me.
Gotta say
Allegedly. Not gonna Tasha K me, honey.
Did they say that in the article?
There were some books, unauthorized, I would say pamphlets, that came out.
Not pamphlets.
Because they were not enough pages to be books. You know,
Not-
one day everybody was talking about
not
that R.
pamphlets.
Kelly book was good. I was like, let me find this R. Kelly book. Child, it was 12 pages.
Are you
I
serious?
know niggas wasn't reading. I should have known that.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you being? Who has a 12 page?
I'll
Okay.
email it to you.
Oh wow! Right. You can probably text it to me if it's only 12 pages.
I probably
Like,
could.
you can
But I
probably
was
just
like,
text it.
y'all got all the time in the world to read this. Y'all would never dare read a book on Susan B. Anthony or Ida B. Wells.
Ooh wee.
But anyway, I'm not here to shade. I'm here to educate.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, at 16, I made a decision not to have sex.
Yes.
So if I said I'm not having sex, and at that part, I was a Christian back then. I was supposed to wait until marriage to have sex. That didn't really happen. But I think we all make decisions. If you're smart, you have to know if your child is smart or not. That's the thing.
That
Be
goes back
real.
to yes. And that's the thing.
Be
People are in
real.
denial.
You know if your child is a little off, a little slow.
But people think that's a problem. And but see, that's the thing. There's a lot of kids that are not as smart as parents be making them seem.
Really, child.
A lot. And I just be like,
These posts be making it seem like they curing cancer out here. I'm like, child, she's just in the beta club. She on the honor roll. Honey, and today is not that hard to be on the honor roll because they're not really learning like that anyway.
you know how I am. I have no sympathy when it comes to kids and all that.
You don't?
It could no, because I feel like the thing is there's help out there to get for mental health and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like I think that if you know what I'm saying, if your kid grows up and has all these issues or have these issues and the parents is not taking the opportunity, especially if they know you can. If, you know what I'm saying? I get people have situations they just can't because I will tell you this, it is hard.
Yes.
It is hard to try to get help and assistance and all this other stuff. You know what I mean?
But like we said, it's a very real world after 18.
It is.
Nobody's going to care about.
And that's why it's important for parents to get that help. And I was one of those parents, you know what I'm saying? Like, my son suffers from ADHD and stuff like that. And we have a family tree of schizophrenia, bipolar, all that in our family, you know what I'm saying? And just to be honest, my mom was the type of person, oh, girl, you fine. You'll be all right. But, like, I really suffer from certain things. And, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm glad that I wasn't in denial to the point of, like, I need help. I need to go get help. I need this. You know what I'm saying? Like, mental health is a real thing.
It is a real thing. And that's why last week I didn't want people to think that I don't support therapy. Because I do support therapy.
But that's the thing,
And the thing about mental health is you can't have... what I don't like is happening is people think it's like a one-stop shop. You need to do this. All you got to do...
And that goes back to you saying you don't support therapy. Therapy doesn't always have to be you sitting down talking to a person.
Right.
Like, this me and you talking right now is therapeutic.
Therapy. Yes.
You know what I mean? This is therapeutic. It doesn't mean, like, I need to go find me a therapist and sit down and talk to her. That doesn't necessarily have to be therapy. Like, therapy comes in so many different shapes and forms and fashions.
Yes.
Therapy for some people can be go smoking a blunt.
Well, I don't...
Therapy for some people can be go... You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I'm not...
Like, I'm so serious.
I'm very dare over here.
You are. You are. Dare.
I am a snob when it comes to drugs.
You are.
I think that's why people...
But I get that. And I don't smoke. I don't smoke.
Anymore.
But, like, I smoked when I was, like, younger. I was smoking so long. But that's the thing, though.
I was a square growing up, and I kind of think that's why now I'm so quick to throw shots at everybody else. Because growing up, I was the square. Oh, you don't want to do anything. Oh, you just want to be, you know, the choir boy, the you know, cute,
you were lame.
Quiet.
You're so
the lame. Yes.
You're lame.
I was...
You're lame.
To many people, that's what it is. But a bitch grew up.
Oh, Jesus. Right. I'm here now.
Right. That's why I said you got to space out your life.
But I mean,
because most people I grew up with after 30, child, y'all look popped. Whew. What are we going to say?
Ooh, Jesus. Not after 30. Some people before that. Some people look 30 and they not even that. Like, you just got to...
But I'm just saying, like, I caught so much flack for being a lame back then. And now when I see their lives now, and I'm not so quick to feel sorry for them.
Right.
Because...
Back then you was turning up, you was doing this, and da-da-da-da, and now your life is like this because you moving a little bit too fast.
I'm Kim Kardashian.
Right.
And hoes can't take.
Right.
Because who would have saw? Honestly, because Kim Kardashian, if you look at her old pictures, does not look like the Kim Kardashian now.
But if you look at that whole family...
But I'm just saying, I'm not against plastic surgery.
If you look at the whole...
Because I had braces, and braces is technically considered cosmetic.
It's not plastic surgery, though.
Listen, when it's coming out your pocket...
It's surgery.
it's surgery.
But still, but you know what? I'm not... It's not that I'm against plastic surgery. I just think people kind of do too much, overdo it. But that's anything. When you overdo it, it's too much.
Right.
And then people fail to understand again. Like, I just wonder, have you ever seen a 75-year-old with a fake ass?
No, but I have seen them with, you know, lift, you know what they call it, facelift, or they got their nose done. I've seen older people.
Right, I get like that, but I mean, like, have you seen, really? Like, because when people start getting older, I think they start taking their asses out and doing
the whole
this.
Ass thing is a new phenomenon.
It is, and that's what I'm like.
I miss my ass, too. I used to have a real one, but I lost it.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It goes up and down.
Yeah, no, mine fluctuates, too. It's weird. It's just like...
You know, I tell niggas, if you're looking at a picture from 6 months ago, don't get excited. It's IHOP right now.
I have no comment.
I don't want to be catfishing niggas
right,
out
period.
Here. Okay,
right.
It was actually real and big. At
right.
That
What to say?
time.
Just letting you know
I
this
don't
picture
have
is
a
from
BBL.
here to there. It's.
I didn't do the K Michelle. I didn't take some out.
Ooh, she took it out again too after she.
I just stopped eating.
It's real.
It's real.
It's
the
real.
struggle is real.
It really is. It is. You just got to make sure, you know. But going back to that, like I said, it's just like people with like, I'm not against plastic surgery. I just think people just overdo it.
You said, have you ever seen like older people? I feel like that's new. So we're going to be the first generation to experience
I just want to see
that.
how it looks when people are getting old and they got these big ass fake asses. Because some people's shit don't even look good already.
Most of them don't look good.
And you can tell, and that's just like, all that for that.
And it's crazy. When I mention plastic surgery, my first mind doesn't go to the ass. Because that's not traditional.
Right. That's where mine goes to now, because that's what everyone's getting. That's what the tummy tuck, putting in their booty, and then the titties and
but
stuff.
I'm glad you said it so I didn't have to. Y'all look a mess. If there ever was one. You are it.
I'm just saying, people, I just be looking, I be like, oh my goodness, like, why?
And a lot of time people have these surgeries to where, okay, I do have a friend, I will say, she looks fabulous because she got like the gastric what do you call it? The gastric sleeve or the bypass surgery,
Does
like
it look
Star
good?
Jones had.
Does it look good?
Hers looks phenomenal.
Okay.
But she's doing what she has to do to maintain it, and that's the thing. You have to.
You have to maintain it.
Yes.
Yes. See, that's the thing. Okay, friend of mine was like, a friend of mine's girl got, the whole mommy makeover thing.
Not
She
mommy
was-
makeover.
The mommy makeover. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Like, where they get like the titties and like they get these lifted, they get this bigger, they get this flat. The whole mommy makeover thing. And so looked it really, really good. But they got into it and they broke and they divorced and she couldn't keep it up
because it was his money.
because it was his money. And it's just like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, don't get something if you know you can't maintain it without the other party because you just never know.
Child, they be doing that with cars and houses. They know,
Man, I know, but this is your body. You know what I'm saying?
House, and you can't even mow
Man.
the lawn.
Not mow the lawn. Ain't got no furniture.
Right.
Ain't got nothing in there. The house on the outside look good. The house looks good on the
Right.
outside.
Got a nice car, but can't even get an oil change.
Ain't got no gas.
Because them real new nice cars, the oil change is more than a regular car. Like the parts is more than a regular car. So you have to think about that.
Yes. It's
Even
like
the insurance is
$75
more.
for an oil change on my car.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is that? Why? Why?
Ridiculous. That's why I stick with the classics. My last car, as you know, was a 1989.
I have a 1989.
You don't ever drive it.
Oh.
I was out here in these streets.
Yes, you was driving the shit out yours.
That's why
Mine's just for fashion.
I was fucking niggas. You can't be in a car like that. That car is very noticeable. When people see you at that house, they're gonna know it's you.
True shit. But people knew your car.
They did.
They did. That car.
That's
that
how
you
I
had,
know
they
these
knew
women
your
and these
car.
girlfriend knew what was going on.
They knew who you were.
They knew who I was. But like I told you before, they also knew they would rather it be me than somebody else.
Yes. Yes.
When you think of the options in town.
Well, because that's the thing, though. Like, that's the thing. Women are like, if my man's gonna cheat, I would rather him cheat with somebody that looks better than me or that can do more for him. And see,
know how to keep their mouth shut.
And know how to keep that. Because these bitches out here, boy, they first off, they don't know how to keep their mouth shut. And then you be looking like, bitch, you should have kept your mouth shut. Like, what the fuck? Like, just
like,
saying. You know what I'm
you
saying?
were down bad.
What's it? The only time your mouth should have been open if someone was in it. But right now, like, you need to keep your mouth shut. Just
because
saying.
you didn't come out ahead. You didn't come out a winner.
At all.
You
But see,
saying?
that's the thing. These women be bragging and they be like, girl, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere, because that is not it. That is not it.
Well, today is actually the 26th. So people that's, listening, we tape today on the 26th.
Yes.
Today is National Spouse Day.
Is it?
And I didn't see nobody posting their spouses.
I don't have
think
social
there's-
media, so
You really, you're not that person. But I
So
just
I
thought
didn't see it.
I just thought it was gonna be like Sweetie's Day or Valentine's Day.
Is that really a thing? When did that become a thing, Sweetie's Day?
Because niggas got fed up.
When did
There must have been a dick protest.
It had to be
When
something.
niggas stop giving dick to bitches, they do something about it.
Right. Sweetie's Day.
Do you celebrate Sweetie's Day or Valentine's Day?
I've never heard of Sweetie's Day.
But you do celebrate Valentine's Day, Zach?
Yeah.
You go all out? As a man, do you expect the same for you? Because Sweetie's Day is actually more for the men.
No, I don't expect much.
You don't
It's
expect
more.
that.
I feel it's more.
For Valentine's Day. For Valentine's Day, you feel like that's more for the woman.
Yeah.
But how do you think, what do you think of the idea of Sweetie's Day to where the woman caters to you? Would you?
Do it on Valentine's Day.
Oh, just-
Well, see, that's my thing. See,
It's too many days to keep up with.
I'm a hopeless romantic, so like on Valentine's Day, I go all out for my guy. Like I do, but I do that anyway because that's just what I
I
do.
ain't never went out for nobody.
Oh my god,
True.
your motherfucker ass gonna go out all out for me. Yeah, I mean, you got me.
I'm
My
not
birthday,
going all
my
out.
birthday coming up.
I don't even like y'all.
I want, I want petite Nina flyers all over the place.
You
little
didn't give
cards.
me nothing.
I don't want to talk about it. I wasn't even in town, and I had COVID,
Girl,
and you didn't even come by and check on me.
here's the thing about being born on Christmas. Folks be like, this is not even you. I'm getting off of you for a second. Folks will actually be like, I remember your birthday and you never remember mine. I'm like, my birthday is a national holiday.
Like, how can you not remember my birthday?
Like, bitch, y'all was born on June 6th.
Like, that ain't even
there's
nothing.
special
There's
about it.
nothing.
So
There's not
don't
even
get
nothing
mad
around it.
If Facebook doesn't tell me when it's your birthday, I do not know.
Exactly.
Because there's nothing special
And
about
I don't
it.
even have a Facebook, so I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to know.
I don't know how I'm supposed to know your birthday then.
You know when my damn birthday
You're going
is.
to have to remind
It
me.
might be on a Wednesday, or you might be filming.
God. I'm gonna bring you some tea.
The least you could do. The
But
least.
you did not give me nothing, so don't do that. I think it was revenge for me not going to your baby shower.
Probably. Oh, my birthday's on a Monday. Never mind.
It's on a Monday.
You lucky.
Mm.
It's okay.
You
I'm
don't,
okay. I'm okay with that.
What's wrong with a Monday?
Nothing, because I said it's a Wednesday. We probably be filming, so it's not.
I mean, you can
Monday.
you can celebrate the Friday.
I celebrate my birthday
Saturday.
all month.
See, we're not doing that.
All
I
month.
hate when people do that.
I'm celebrating
We're not doing
all month.
that. By yourself.
No, with you. With you. You celebrating it with me. No, I actually want to do a toy party. I told you that. I told you I want to do a toy party.
You
for
did say you
like
want to do
opposite side. I want to do a toy party for my birthday. But then, as I was doing it, like my circle of friends is kind of slim tonight.
No, I don't believe that. Don't do that.
My circle of friends is kind
You
of
have
slim.
a lot of people who love and care about you.
That's true.
Even even with your baby shower, people came from
my
out
goodness,
of town.
they did. I was
For a drive-through baby shower. Wasn't even
Stop,
a sit
drop, and
down.
roll baby shower. My baby shower was lit. Like my daughter is 2 months, and I still haven't had to buy her anything. No diapers, no
I'm
wipes,
so
no
glad
clothes.
you ain't gotta look at me.
Oof.
You got it.
They bought cribs and playpens. They bought her everything,
They
and I
really
wasn't even
did.
gonna do it. I wasn't even gonna do it.
You weren't, because you were you were going back and forth.
Exactly. And then at the last minute, I'm like, you know what? And then my friend came down from, which is also my daughter's godmother, came all the way down from Chicago, and was like, we're gonna do this, and we did it.
You know
You
what?
didn't show up, but
And you know what? I always regret not meeting her. Because
I
you always
know.
have such great things to say about
she's
her.
awesome. She's awesome.
And you're always bringing her. I'm like, I should have went just to meet her.
I know.
Because she was there the whole time.
She was.
Kind
she
of
came,
facilitating.
She came the day before and stayed till the day of the baby shower.
That's
so
a
it was
good
really-
friend.
She is. And she accepted to be Nayel Lanye's godmother, so I'm
Thank
happy
you,
about
because
that.
that's another gift I ain't got to buy.
No, it's not. No, it's
I
most
hate when people be
certainly not.
wanting me to be their baby godfather and stuff like that. No, them bitches just want birthday gifts.
You know
And-
what? That is 100% true because, I have a goddaughter and I never remember agreeing to that, Shanice. I never remember
name
agreeing
drop.
to that. For real. I'm name dropping. She's like, you're my godmom. And now I think back, that's because she used to have, her mama, which is my aunt, used to have me buying school clothes.
Yes.
And taking school
supplies,
pictures, school
all
supplies,
that.
clothes. And I'm
That's
like,
your godmama.
Right.
That's how they be.
and that's how she calls me, godmommy. I'm like, it's been how old is she? 19 now. It's been 19 years. And I don't ever remember agreeing to being her godmother. It just kind of fell into my lap when I started buying stuff.
But the thing is, it's supposed to be if something happens to the parent, you're supposed to take the child in.
Exactly.
I'm not prepared to take in y'all motherfucking kids.
You gonna take all my kids in. Except for Nayel, because she got a godmother.
You're gonna split the kids up like that.
Right, they getting split, okay?
I don't know if I would take in your kids,
They gonna
but
come
I
with you
definitely
anyway.
would make sure they are okay.
My kids crazy.
I definitely would make sure they have everything they need.
They definitely
But y'all can't
would.
live with me.
What? They coming through.
The first time I met your kids, they tried to stick the dog on me.
I don't
They
remember
thought that was funny. No, I told you.
And I think they put ketchup in your hair.
Yeah, barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce. They were testing you.
They were, and I knew
testing
they
you.
were.
And
But when they brought that dog out, bitch, I jumped on that couch so quick.
oh, you did.
There's probably still a dent in your couch from that. I don't do animals. You know I don't play
I
with
know
animals
you was
like that.
they let the animal. I'm like, what is going on?
And
They were
I was
really
serious. I was
testing you.
like, I'm about to leave. This babysitting job's about to be over.
But they loved you so much. You just
They
such
thought
a
it was
great
so
job.
funny.
They did.
And that's when I was like cursing them out. I ain't gonna
And
lie.
now they love it.
But they loved it.
And they don't call you by your real name.
They think my name is Karen.
They call you Karen. They call
I was like,
you
you
Karen.
have picked the worst
They
20th
did.
century name.
And they're
to
so
call me.
serious. They call you
They
Karen.
don't know nothing about how Karens are annoying.
Exactly. They just oh, Karen. And that's just what it is. And I just, and now
my-
you even got
my
to the point
goofy
you
ass be responding.
yes, you don't even correct them. You just be like, what?
Right. It's gonna be attitude.
Right.
I'm like,
What?
y'all don't understand. That's the worst name.
Oh my goodness. But you still never showed me the picture, so that was that.
I think the devil is busy, child.
It's okay. It's okay. Maybe next episode we can do the picture.
Maybe. Okay, so while we're here, where is it going to be?
We're here.
Okay, so this girl on Facebook, I ain't gonna say her name, even though I should.
No names. No names.
Let me get this out of my phone. Everything's in my phone. I got all these damn notes, but everything is in my phone.
So what's the point of writing them down?
I feel more professional. This is what I used to do with my show, the Vincent-Tennell show. Oh my gosh, I was so cue cards on
All
fleek.
that.
But you know what? Let's get on that. The Vincent-Tennell show, television. It's a big jump from what I used to do to this podcast.
I asked you about that.
I was Oprah on there.
But it seemed
I was Barbara
like,
Walters.
I liked it. I watched them your shows. I liked that. I was never a part of them. Oh, I didn't know.
Do you like that setting more than you like this setting?
No. Because I wasn't a part of it.
Oh, is that why?
It's all shade.
I felt like I did that show for 3 years, but people were bringing me their representative instead of their true self.
Like they were just putting on the front because they wanted to be on TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm sure they put on the front on a daily.
Period.
Without TV. But
So you felt like it was just too much fakeness?
Very.
Too much fakeness?
Like, I would show up some days, like, I would give people the questions I want to ask. And in the email, I'd be like, are you fine with the questions? They would say, yeah.
But when they
And
got
then on the
there
day
in person,
of, it's like the whole sheet.
the whole script changed.
Scratched out. We can't say this. We can't ask me that. I'm like, so who did you show these questions to? 'Cause
That
at
told
first it
you,
was
don't say
fine.
that, don't do that. They're
Yeah.
gonna, yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to lie. I love the experience I got from the Vincent-Tennell show television.
Do you think that helped with this?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Because me and you can go left real quick.
Right.
But I think I know how to reel us back
Bring it
in
back. Bring it
from
back.
that experience.
Yes.
And I also know how to be actual and factual. Like with that show, I was very much about the facts and all that. That's why I said on this show, I didn't want to go that route.
Yes.
I just want to say what I think off the top of my dome. You
Well,
know?
see, and that's what I said, and you were like, "Where's your notes?" I'm like, "There is no notes because
You did say that.
people are just like people are so stuck in their ways.
Robotic.
Like it needs to be about this.
Yes.
Like when we first started saying that we're gonna do a podcast, the first thing everyone was saying, "What is it gonna be about?" Everything.
What I tell you, drugs, sex, and rock and roll.
Yeah, and they're like, but how can you do that? Because that's what it is. Like people are, like you said, like robots. People are so stuck that it needs to
Yes.
be like
So
this.
now we're
It
going
has
to do this.
Right.
And now we're going to turn right. And then we're
Exactly.
going
Like
to
this
turn
is
left.
not what we're doing. Like and that's the thing. Like it doesn't have to be so structured because our lives are not that structured. Like
Ever.
you know what I mean?
Ever.
So why would we make it? And that it like if we made it structured, it would be starting off being fake because
Right.
that's not even who we are. We are the most non-structured people
Exactly.
ever. But we bring it back. Like we you know what I'm saying? Being structured and being organized is two different things. We're non-structured, but we're very organized when it comes to certain things. So
And
and we prioritize.
I always say that with people in general.
Yes.
The thing about it is, oh shit, we got company? We get company every week.
We do.
We do. Say hi. What's your name? Terrell.
Terrell Burns.
I remember you. Producer. So you didn't grow up. I think I first met you
Terrell
like
ain't no baby
4
no
years
more.
ago. Yes. So you still doing music? Okay, we're giving you a shout out. We're giving Terrell Burns a shout out on our show.
Hey, Terrell.
He's a producer. What else you do? Engineer, songwriter, singer, entrepreneur.
All the above.
All
Thank
of the
you.
above. Wi-Fi good? It may need a minute to reset. Oh, shit. But I feel like, we'll just get back to what we're saying. I feel like in general, people have this thing about, they have a blueprint of what they want their life to be.
Yes.
But as soon as something comes and take them off that path,
They're
They're out for the count.
They're all over the place.
you got to know how to zigzag and maneuver and know how to get back to the focus.
Exactly. And people don't know how to do that. So when you start going off, then you come back, anxiety. Their anxiety kicks in.
Really,
like, what is
really,
going on? Like,
truly.
we were just talking about this. Wait, they didn't finish this. Wait a minute. We'll
Yeah,
get back
right.
to it. We'll get back to it. Oh, like this
Here's
picture.
yes, look at this tattoo. So people know I'm not making it up. Who does she look like? Who does she look like?
Let's ask the engineer in the room.
Yes, that's Terrell.
I'm going to ask both. Who does this person look like?
That's somebody's grandma. I said she looked like Bruno Mars.
That does not look like Bruno Mars.
You say no?
It don't look like Bruno
No,
Mars.
he
but
got his hands up. He don't want no parts of it. He don't want to get in
Right.
trouble.
that does not look like Bruno
This
Mars.
person is not in Springfield.
What do you think?
So don't worry about it.
What do you think?
Maybe.
A little. I guess I
That does not look. That looks like a cartoon character.
But I didn't know it was his grandma at first.
It looks like a cartoon
I'm going off
character.
of what I see. Because I'm trying to break the ice.
There's
I'm like,
no break.
I destroyed the ice.
That tattoo destroyed the ice. Okay. Sorry, R.I.P. Granny. But that tattoo looks like a cartoon character, and not a good one.
That's why etch and sketch on your
Oh
chest.
my goodness. That looked like
So
a grandma.
I'm supposed to get on top
what is
and
that?
ride him looking at that.
Proud Family.
Penny Proud. The grandma.
Proud Family.
Sugar Mama.
Yes. That's what it looks like. We got it.
5 minutes. That went by quick.
Proud Family.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. So is there anything you want to add to tonight's show?
No. Yes. Actually, you're going to show me another picture, too.
What picture? I got sidetracked. Just
About
the girl.
Yes.
No, okay. Oh my gosh. Yes. So this is what she said. Valentine's is for red bones. The rest of you bitches can wait till Black Friday.
Wow.
That's very cringy.
Eek.
It got, yeah.
Eek.
And it went down in the comment section, too.
Did it? I got to get my Facebook back up. For all the shade. Tonight, we're keeping up with the field.
Right. But real quick, I wanted to touch on that because I really hate, the thing about it is, she is a light-skinned girl, but
Like,
she's not cute.
yellow light-skin?
Yes. She's like Martin Gina light, but she's not that cute.
And people think all light skins are cute, and they are not.
And see, what I hate about this is what I told you is, I hate when we have statuses like this because then it props up dark-skinned women to kind of attack her.
Yes.
And then
And it's looking like they have a problem with light skin, but it's not. It's just the fact that how she said what she said.
And all of a sudden, don't be mad at me. Listen, just because a light-skinned person attacks you doesn't mean all dark-skinned people are all of a sudden pretty either.
Exactly.
You can be
It's
pretty
an individualistic
light and you can be pretty dark. You can be ugly light and ugly dark.
Period.
So I really wish we would stop doing that to each other.
I wish so too, because that's just crazy.
When it comes to looks in general, because people always think it's a Eurocentric thing when it comes to how beautiful you are. Actually, it's an Egyptian thing.
It is.
The American standard of beauty is how symmetrical your face is.
Right.
And that's what the Egyptians thought. The more symmetrical your face, the more beautiful you are. That has nothing to do with Eurocentric things.
And that has nothing to do, like, because you're light skinned, because you're
And
dark skinned.
nothing. It's a total feature thing.
Exactly.
Your features.
Proportions.
So I just wanted to let her know that
How do you
wasn't
feel about
right.
that?
And I'm going to show you her picture off the air. I wish I could show people that boy's tattoo, but then that would be a breach of confidence from a dating app. Like, I met him on a dating app, so I can't. It'd be wrong of me.
It would.
You
You
get what I'm
showed me,
saying?
and that was wrong. That was bullshit.
So we just want to
my
reiterate
goodness.
everything we talked about before we go.
Yes.
Check y'all kids' room. Shouldn't be no locked doors.
No.
Look under their beds. They're doing things. They're hoes. You were a hoe. You birthed a hoe. They probably gonna have a hoe. Your grandma's a hoe. So if you know you come from a line of hoes, don't think you have. Don't look at me like that.
I'm ready.
Don't think you have a nun living with you.
Right.
Okay.
So the end result is, if you a hoe, they a hoe.
If you a hoe, give your hoe ass daughter the game. Stop
Period.
holding back. Because I wish somebody would have gave me the game. I had to figure it out myself.
You did.
But when I learned, oh baby, did I dominate?
You got this. I wouldn't know. But hey, give it up for the hoes.
Give it up. Karen Steffens is my favorite person in the whole wide world.
And that's why my kids call you Karen.
That is why. That is why I never thought about that. They can see the whole right through me.
Man, my kids already knew. You heard it first here, people.
Oh my
You heard it here
gosh.
first, people. The kids know.
We're gonna leave. Good night.
Night, everyone.
Oh, and if you want to follow me, yeah, bitch, we ain't done yet. If you want to follow me on Facebook, Vincent-Tennell is my name. On Twitter, if you like freaky shit, at Vincent-Tennell. On Instagram, it's Vincent-Tennell.
If you like freaky
1.
shit, you can add them on Facebook, too.
Good night.